It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Buccaneers and the Dirty Birds, next on Madden NFL 23.
First opened in 2017, there's a look at the beautiful state-of-the-art Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, GA. Today, we've got an NFC South matchup between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Atlanta Falcons. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from Atlanta. Taken at the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So a long field ahead for the Falcon offense as they head out. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and the production off the charts while he was in school, and also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, every
pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Vita Vea drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's Bradley Pinion now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he's able to get it out of there. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out. 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. Mayfield now from the 50. That one to the sideline, and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accuses the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Here's Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. The defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. 1st down.
Well, so much for being backed up against their goal line to start the drive. He gave him some breathing room and then some. I think the defense really got caught thinking safety, trying to stack the line of scrimmage. And oftentimes, if you can get past the initial grouping, there's a lot of room to run. The defense actually fortunate that didn't go farther.
So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. They keep it on the ground. White again. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Mayfield off the play fake. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. That one was hard to fathom. They were in the dime. They had 6 DBs back there. They still lost him.
Great word, because I'm right there with you. I don't understand how they couldn't pick him up. But don't be surprised next week early, there's some extra people in the locker room. Maybe a tryout or two for those guys who missed him.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. A first carry now for Chase Edmonds. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 38. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. White running to the left. Oh, what a move. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 26. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Now Mayfield on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion, and defensively pure frustration. So after the conversion on 4th, here's 1st and 10 just outside of the red zone. Now back to the ground game with White. Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, this is Edmonds. And he'll get this down only to the 18. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, the plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Bucs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On play action, they'll throw. That is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll set up to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
Let's go, fellas. Let's ride, dog. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Draw play, Edmonds. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground on 1st down, Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Palmer. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the 1st by a few yards. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. 4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Avery Williams deep for Atlanta.
And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement. And off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Starting the drive with Algier.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that run, that changes the whole mentality about the drive right there. They were starting on their own 2-yard line. They just wanted enough space to punt the football successfully. Now they're talking about putting together a drive.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And some space here. And they work this out past the 25. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 35.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Looking to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Robinson toss play left side.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 12-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with Robinson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll drop to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons have got it back to within a score. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. It'll be Edmonds to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Throw left side, hauled in by Otten. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, it's White. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run the draw play. This is White. And down he goes just beyond the 35. And that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 40 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on 3rd. Mayfield now. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Mayfield.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From just shy of midfield, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He completes it right side to White. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield on the screen. This is Edmonds. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Mayfield with it once more. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching them.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
A run to begin the second half with White.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On second down, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Throwing, Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Falcon football.
Let's focus in on what we got to do here.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. And in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7, though, on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Let's go, baby. Let's have some fun.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first-down gains. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On third down, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 10. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just what they needed, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now back to throw.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They start the drive with Vaughn.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. 8 yards there, getting him out of danger. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Mayfield looks to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
From the 22, Mayfield. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And again, it's Mayfield. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mayfield to throw it. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And that will be incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Williams to return. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. And here now come the Falcons. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll drop to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator, he's going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Try to lay one up deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson, 43 yards.
And the Falcons have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And what a throw that was, Charles. You think about the situation, close game, 4th quarter, rookie quarterback. He doesn't seem phased one bit.
So much for bright lights, big city, and will he wilt? Not at all. The stage not too big, the moment not too big at all. They needed points on that series, and not only did he produce a touchdown drive, but how about finishing it off with a big play that only adds to the momentum that they've already established.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
This will be
Fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
A first down throw for Mayfield. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. And oh, he coughed it up. And the Falcons say they have it. They do.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Got London on the slant. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. Touchdown! Mac Hollins. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the fourth quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the fourth quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Mayfield on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
From the 31, Mayfield.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And he goes out right around the 39. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Mayfield.
Right back to Chris Godwin. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. Oh, what a juke into space.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 62 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They go right back to White here on first down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Edmonds running out of the shotgun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now Mayfield. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield. And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Mayfield now. Steps away to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And this one is right through, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Well, the Falcons back out, getting set for this next drive.
They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. from the gun. Mayfield to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's second down.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And this is caught by Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. And that is incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And his kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So now Ritter and the Falcons
down by 2, just over 2 minutes to go. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. They'll come out throwing here on first down. His throw incomplete. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Able to find Patterson.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Escaping the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens in bounds.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Back to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
He'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Play smart, baby. Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
Let's go, y'all.
First down, here's White. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Opting to run again here with White.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go.
And the defense, they'll spread the field, a dime package here on 3rd and 12. Down to one knee goes Mayfield, and that's all she wrote. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win?